Good Saturday morning to you. It is March 18th, day after St. Patty's Day. Patrick, the Okie Shaver, wanted to share a shave with you this morning. My wife and I were on a trip over to Little Rock, Arkansas, Monday through Wednesday. It's her spring break, so we wanted to go and do something, and why she picked Little Rock, I ain't sure, but that's where we ended up at. Anyway, on our way home, we stopped by Stirling Soap Co. in Paris, Arkansas, and I bought a few things. Got to visit with Mandy and Rod. Super good people if you've never met them. Their products are really good too. Picked up a few things. One of the things I bought was what we'll be using today, and I bought a set of Stirling Green. This is their along with a splash. This is their homage, or whatever you want to call it, to Polo, original Polo, which reminds me of junior high school. 1983 Christmas, I think, is when I got my first, probably only bottle of it. And I always enjoyed the scent, and it takes me back there every time, and I've used it a couple times since I got this one, and yeah, sure enough, makes me think about all the silly things I did in junior high school. Some of the best times in my life, I just didn't know it. But so we'll be using the Stirling Green set in this Schick Stick. I think you can see that there. That's what it's called. I think this was made from, I read, from 65 to 80. I don't know if it was made that long or not, but 65 or 66 I think sounds about right to me. Anyways, and I forgot I had this thing. It's a Razor Rock scuttle. I got it filled up with hot water from my my teapot, and the Ever Ready. This has got a I can't remember which badge or not it's in it. Anyways, it's one I bought. Timothy Abernathy redid this for me, and if you'd have saw it before he got started on it, I figured there was no way he could do anything with it, but sure enough, he made it look pretty darn good in my opinion. But that's the brush we'll be using. I'm going to show this. Don't know if I showed it before or not, but I'm drinking my coffee out of my Okie mug my wife bought me. This is Francoma. Francoma was a pottery company here in Oklahoma. They started back up recently over in Glenpool. They started in Norman, in OU, or near OU. The guy who owned it, John Frank, was the ceramics professor there at University of Oklahoma. And they moved to Sapulpa. I think one of them burnt down, and they moved to the other. I don't know. They were out of business for a while, and they just started. And my wife, I saw this at a antique shop back early summer, and I wouldn't buy it because it was so expensive. I've never seen another one of these really for sale, but she gave way too much for it. She went back and picked it up for me, and I really like it. Anyway, enough about all that stuff. I'll start lathering and get on with the shave. I hope y'all are all feeling good and well and all that stuff. And maybe if you're not feeling the best, you're on your way back to feeling better anyway. I worked only a couple days this week. I don't know why it is, but it seems like when I have a shorter week, because I'm off on all federal holidays and all that sort of thing. But if I work a 4-day week, or this week was a 3-day week, it seemed like it just drug on forever. I don't know. I'm a bridge inspector, and once every 2 years we have to go and look at they call them test bridges, and you gather up all your stuff and you go and act like this bridge has never been looked at, and you do all the measurements and find all the things wrong with it that you can find. And the people at Bridge Division in Oklahoma City, all the engineers up there, they grade your work, and it's, to me, nerve-wracking. Our contract says you just have to participate, but I like to try and have a good score on my stuff. I don't always, but anyway, we got that. We're going Monday, and the bridges are invariably over and closer to the city, and that's a couple hours for us to drive over. So I'm not really looking. I'm looking forward to getting over with, but I'm not looking forward to doing it. Anyway, here we go with the Schick Stick. This is an L2 type Schick razor. I couldn't tell you the last time I used a Schick. This is actually a vintage blade. I think the box said somewhere in the 90s was when this box was made. And although it doesn't really seem vintage, it kind of is. Fairly mild shaver. A lot of the Schicks are kind of mild. I was in the Schicks for quite a little bit. I had, I don't know, 10 or 15 of them at least, and I think I'm down to, I found one in there on a bookcase I didn't know I had, but I probably got, I don't know, I probably still got 7 or 8 of them anyways. Funny how it is, you're into things really heavy and then all of a sudden not so much. Thinking back on the polo that I got, and I remember it was Christmas, and Mom and Dad probably about died when they had to pay for it. Who knows? It's probably 20 bucks back in the 80s, 1983 or so. I kind of feel sorry for all the teachers back then, because there's grown men who don't know how much cologne to put on, and you can imagine a 13-year-old trying to douse himself with polo, which is a fairly strong scent in itself. Probably some of those teachers' olfactory senses never recovered. remember liking polo just fine, and Stetson was a big thing back then too for everybody, and I had that, of course. But chaps is probably my favorite one from back that time. Seems like somebody at some point in the last few years came out with a, maybe it was a doppelganger from PAA, but they came out with a dupe or homage or whatever you want to call it to chaps. I don't really remember exactly. If they did, it didn't last very long. I don't know, but I would be interested in it right now. All right, past 2. Done deal. Clicking right along. It's about 30 degrees outside, I think is what the weather is. It's real sunny. My dogs, we don't let them in the house. I mean, we do, but they stay in the laundry room. And I've got the little one. He's half pug and half beagle. He's a puggle, and you got to get him moving in the morning. He does not want to go out. And the other one, he's just kind of goofy. He's a half blue heeler, a quarter Australian Shepherd, and a quarter Catahoula. If I could teach him, I could teach him to read if he just slowed down for a minute. He's smart, but he's just, man. He's almost 7 years old, and he still acts like a puppy. He's not friendly to people that he doesn't know. I mean, he's not going to run up and bite you, but he doesn't like to be messed with, and he'll definitely not let you in the yard. He bit at my dad. He bit at my father-in-law because they were here. We weren't here, and they were over. My father-in-law's a retired carpenter, and he was doing something with our deck out back. And he went to come in the back gate. That dog's name is Blue. He about tore him up. He said, I've never seen that dog act like that. And you don't want that, but you do want that. Living out like we do, you don't want somebody just wandering up and coming in your yard. And the little one, the puggle, his name is Schwartz. He's black, which in German, black is Schwartz. But if you've ever seen A Christmas Story, and I have about 9,000 times, the part where Ralphie gets in trouble for saying the F word. He blames on his buddy Schwartz, and you can hear the mom's talking on the phone, and then Ralphie says 2 blocks away Schwartz was getting his, and I thought that'd be a good name for that dog. So anyway, Schwartz and Blue. Real imaginative. This warm lather is pretty nice too, if you don't have a scuttle. I've had this one for a while, I just always forget about it. I gotta run to Tulsa here in a little bit. It's the closest Sam's Club. Pick up a few things. Exchange something I got the other day, or my wife got for me. It's about 40 miles or so. All right. A little bit mild. Had to do a little touch up there. Hopefully I got it good. Seems like I got it pretty good. Anyway, I'll rinse off and you're just moments away from turning y'all loose. Stirling Green. Smells pretty good. Not a dead ringer for polo, but pretty darn close, in my opinion, or what I remember anyways. Something else I picked up that I've been missing is this Stirling Unscented balm. It's the favorite of all the balms I've ever used. Been feeling around, it's pretty good shave, feels like to me. Anyways, I'll recap and get off here. So today we used the Schick Stick, the shifter ball there on it. The Ever Ready black over green. See the gold flake in there? That's awful pretty brush. It's got a 26 or 28 millimeter. I can't remember if that's Silver Mountain Badger. I bought it here a while back. I just don't remember. But Stirling Green set, soap and aftershave. I bought a refill puck instead of buying the big tub because I've got about 15 or 20 Old Spice mugs and they're just mostly sitting around. I thought, well, I'll put one of them to work. Anyways, there we go. I'll get off here and let y'all go. I do appreciate you watching and sharing your time with me. Be careful, be safe out there, stay healthy, and we'll see y'all next week, Lord willing.